On this edition of the Sports Desk, we take one more look back at the best of the South school year. Is football all that reigns supreme? And what is the best part of summer? It could be you learning to surf from a former professional surfer and a South Bay legend. We've got the deets for you. And Torrance doesn't have a skate park anymore, and there are a few good skaters who are trying to do something about it. And the city has produced plenty of baseball stars in recent years, and there's a Hall of Famer that's breaking down the swing of the Little Leaguers. Get fired up because it starts right now. Hello and welcome to the Sports Desk. I'm Bonnie Prickitt. It is finally summer, and it finally feels like it. But before we dive into all things summer, let's go ahead and take one last look at the last school from last year with some of the best highlights. The South Spartans' fall sports season was amped up early with a great football team that seemed too good to be true. Then the winter saw the ladies of the pitch still stinging their opponents. Now that was good, but what about the spring? Was it the softball or the baseball team with bragging rights of a better record? Well, let's jump right to it as Karen Bright brings it to us.
It was a record-breaking year for South High athletics. Spartans worked hard all year, setting school and city records on the gridiron, fielding 2 Pioneer League champion teams, as well as several top finishes in league play. Spartans worked hard all year, making 2010-2011 a big success. South football celebrated an unprecedented season, dominating just about every team daring to stand in their path. The Spartans delivered 4 shutouts, averaging 34 points a game in the regular season, suffering just 1 loss against Palos Verdes in Week 3. South went on to 10 straight wins, taking the Pioneer League crown with an undefeated record and a trip to the CIF Finals for the first time in school and city history. South faced Lompoc in the finals and fell just 2 yards short of the title. Head coach Josh Waybright, named Daily Breeze's Football Coach of the Year, is already excited for next year when quarterback Kevin McMahon returns for his senior season. Spartan baseball had an average showing on the diamond. Their 14-16 overall record and 5-5 league record was enough for a 3rd place Pioneer League finish, but not the CIF playoffs. On the court, the green and white demonstrated consistency and strength. With 7- and 8-game win streaks, Coach Kevin McElwee and his squad went undefeated in Pioneer League play to take the title. The Spartans played their way to the CIF semis, but fell 3-1 to the Burroughs High Indians. On the hardwood, veteran coach Leo Clem led his team to a 12-15 season and a CIF playoff appearance. South was outed by Cerritos in a 78-59 round 1 loss, but laid the groundwork for next year with most of the team returning. South also had a winning season on the pitch. Spartans went 6-4-4, placing 2nd in league and playing to CIF Round 1, where they suffered a 4-3 home loss to Bishop Montgomery. Lady Spartans proved themselves on the diamond with a 2010 record and a 2nd place Pioneer League showing. South crushed wildcard opponent Eastside 13-0 to advance to CIF Round 1, where Arroyo Grande handed them a 3-0 loss and an end to their season. Looking ahead, starting pitcher Carolyn Snodgrass will return next season as a senior. On the hardwood, the Lady Spartans had their work cut out for them with only 1 senior on the roster. South had a 12-16 showing overall, playing to CIF Round 1, where they fell to Camarillo 57-39. The Spartans expect to build on this year's experience next season with 9 times the senior power. On the pitch, the Lady Spartans continued their tradition of excellence with the help of head coach Brad Gomez. South went 19-6-4 overall and placed 2nd in Pioneer League play with an 8-2 record. As the season neared its end, South won 7 straight to the CIF semifinals, where they suffered a heartbreaking 1-0 home loss to Canyon Springs. The athletes of South High saw a big return on their hard work in 2010-2011 and plan for the same as 2011-2012 approaches. Reporting for the Sports Desk, I'm Karen Bright.
Thanks out to Karen Bright for that report. That was just a glimpse of the hot year that the South Spartans had, and let's give some credit to those who are continuing their prestigious careers. Miss Tori Cooper juked her way to be a Bulldog at the University of Georgia as a midfielder, and softballer Shannon Hokama is going with her stellar teammate Ashley Phelps to a private school, Chaminade University. It's over there in Hawaii. Congrats to these ladies for obtaining their scholarships. Awesome work. Coming up, Surf's Up after the break, and we tell you how you can become one with the summer and ocean, so stick around.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, sweetie.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm bored. I think I'll ride my bike.
It may never be this easy to help your kids find balance, but you have more power than you know. The We Can Parents Handbook and website can help you maximize that power. You'll learn how to help kids choose healthier foods and how to make it fun for them to get active. Who can help kids maintain a healthy weight?
We can.
Visit the We Can website for a free Parents Handbook plus tips, tools, and resources. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The preteen years are a challenging time, but they're also a good time to think about your child's health, which is why, if you're the parent of an 11 or 12-year-old, you need to know about preteen vaccines. Vaccines that can protect your preteen from meningitis, whooping cough, and for girls, the virus that causes cervical cancer. So schedule a checkup for your child today and ask about preteen vaccines, because your preteen might think that they're grown up, but they're counting on you to know better.
Brought to you by DHHS and the CDC.
Hi, I'm Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. Keep an eye on the Sportsdesk.
Welcome back. It's summertime where the living is easy, and it's not the fish that are jumping, but the kids. John Joseph is a local surfer who's on the Surfers Walk of Fame over there in Hermosa Beach. Joseph's experience surfing around the world is something the kids at Torrance Beach are lucky to be able to inherit. The surfing staff is comprised of other pros and pros in the makings, and the class will focus on many variables. Let's have Ryan Fournier, News Sports Desk reporter, and John Joseph explain it himself.
Hey folks, summer's in full swing and it's time to bring your kids out for the Torrance Beach Surf Camp, where they get to meet and learn from the best. Surf legend and Hall of Famer John Joseph, reminding them that safety comes first.
All the students are going to get some water safety lessons, some first aid lessons, and basic CPR. All three of them are critical if you're going to be on the beach. You learn about the ocean and water safety, you learn about CPR, and some basic first aid, and that's part of the class. It's just something that we feel here in the city of Torrance that is critical to make this a worthwhile class.
John Joseph will also be introducing new surfboards built for comfort and safety to help your beginning surfer.
One of the big features of it is our new deck material made out of neoprene. Most training boards or soft boards, as they're called, cause rashes. This new material does not. And for the beginning surfer, they haven't built calluses up on their chest or under their arms, so this will help prevent rashes. So this floats better, and that's critical when you're learning to surf. One of the hardest things about surfing is catching waves, and because you have more flotation on this new board, you will be able to catch waves better, and obviously you'll get more chances to stand up and to surf.
John's helpful and experienced staff will make sure that your little ones feel safe and comfortable.
I would want to kind of just take them out, start slow. I never really was rushed by my dad, so I would want to ease the kids into the waves and not really make them feel like they're forced to, and let them take their time. And say just a friendly, helpful attitude, being nice and not being so serious, you know, so the kids can have a good time too and learn.
We have such an experienced staff. Most of us have been teaching surfing for 10, 12 years. Some of us, like myself, over 30 years. We know how to deal with kids that are afraid. You start them small. You get them in the water, maybe ankle, knee deep, get them unafraid of the water, get them on a board where we're holding them, and within the first day, we'll have them up on a board and standing up in almost all cases. And the fright is just, everybody's afraid. When I was little, both my sons, when they were little, they were afraid to go out in the water. My dad took me out, I took them out, and the same techniques they used to make me a surfer, I'm going to use with them, and they'll be fine.
Learn with the best this summer and turn your surfing dreams into a reality. With the Sports Desk, I'm Ryan Fournier.
Thanks out to Ryan Fournier for that package. And come one, come all, and come down to Torrance Beach so you can learn to serve with the local legends. It's Monday through Thursday as a class, and it's just a couple of hours out of your morning. Kids ages 5 through 17 can take the class for $149. And if you're from Torrance, it goes into the middle of August, and you go down the second ramp just south of Miramar Park. On the next Sports Desk, we're going to have reporter Gabrielle Daddario give us an in-depth report of the surf class. You don't want to miss it. And after the break, we find out what local residents did while trying to get the skate park back here in Torrance. Stick around.
Hello, I'm Dr. Regina Benjamin, U.S. Surgeon General. Breastfeeding is a preventive measure that can protect babies from illnesses and infections, and there are also health benefits for mothers. While 75% of American mothers start out breastfeeding, only 13% of babies are exclusively breastfed at the end of 6 months, and the rates are much lower for African American infants. Whether you're a grandmother or an employer, you can help make it easier for moms to breastfeed. For more information, please go to surgeongeneral.gov.
Green, green, green. It's your home, it's your dream. Radon test and keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
Making it green starts from the ground up, so make sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Test your home for the presence of radon. Go to epa.gov/radon.
Make it green, green, green.
I assess the needs of a community to make sure that our work will be sustainable.
We are working to change the world to make it a better place.
Through our sustainable engineering projects, thousands of members in more than 225 universities and professional chapters work to support these efforts in over 45 countries.
To find out more about how you can get involved, go to www.ewb-usa.org and click Get Involved.
Build a better world with us.
Build a better world with us.
Build a better world with us, one community at a time.
Welcome back. From surfing to skating we go. In June, there was awareness brought to the city regarding their lack of a skate park. A lot of folks have expressed concerns about where skaters can perform their craft. So along with the National Day to recognize skating, there were several residents and Gabrielle Daddario gathered to let Torrance know they want the skate park back here.
In Torrance, the unofficial skateboarding capital of the world, the first ever skate mob rallies outside Wahoo's. The rally is to raise positive public awareness for the Torrance Skate Park campaign. International skate star Issy Umiba joined us on Go Skateboard Day.
We're trying to get a skate park built in Torrance and trying to get everyone honking. So trying to get everyone aware, that we need a park in the city. And today's Go Skateboarding Day.
The last skate park in the city of Torrance closed its doors in spring of 2009. So with no park, where do our youth go without breaking any of the laws prohibiting skateboarding? Lifetime skater and father of 2 teamboarders, Chris Sullivan.
Well, we're hoping to get a skate park in Torrance because there's no place to skate. A lot of kids are getting citations because they're trying to skate wherever they can. They get kicked out, and they're starting their adult career with citations for skating.
So these boarders kick off their Fight for Torrance skate park campaign, and some even show off a little.
It's a lot harder to turn than it looks. These guys make it look so easy, and it's not.
Reporting for Sports Desk, I'm Gabrielle Daddario.
Thanks to Sports Desk reporter Gabrielle Daddario for that story. And if you want to learn to skate, Torrance has just what you need. Over at Wilson Park in the old skate park, there are no more ramps, but you can learn to skate in the Flatland sessions. It's your chance to learn all the way through August 22nd. The class runs from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and is, of course, for ages 5 to 17. Kids are grouped into their skill level, by the way. And again, Torrance residents, you get a deal at $159 for the week. Coming up next, a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer came to Torrance to help kids with their swing. Stick around.
80.
30.
50.
Every mile brings us closer.
64.
Every mile in a city near you.
75.
Help us stop diabetes.
100.
Join the Tour de Cure.
60.
Register to ride.
36.
Or sponsor a rider.
50.
Call 1-888-DIABETES or visit us online at diabetes.org/tour. How many miles will you ride?
25.
Time was, kids did what came naturally, spending free time running through the grass, exploring streams. But times have changed. Today's indoor kids spend more than 7 hours in front of electronic media. That's why National Wildlife Federation created the Be Out There movement. Outdoor play improves kids' health, body, mind, and spirit. It helps them stay fit, enhances creativity, and could even make them better students. There's a reason they call it the Great Outdoors. Learn more at beoutthere.org.
July's biggest baseball news isn't the All-Star game, but New York Yankee Derek Jeter joining the 3,000 Hits Club. He's a future Hall of Famer for sure. And speaking of Hall of Famers, the South Bay Surf Baseball Club got a chance to meet a member and one of baseball legendary's hitters. This former major leaguer is now coaching at San Diego State University, and he held a clinic for local little leaguers. Let's take a look and see who it is.
So as you start to swing the bat, the knob's going to come through first, and you're going to think that the
Tony
barrel's not
Gwynn
gonna
is
catch
known as
up.
Mr. Padre, cancer survivor, Hall of Famer, and of course, his favorite title, Coach. And little leaguers from all over the South Bay were lucky enough to spend some time with one of baseball's hitting legends. Gwynn shares his approach to how they should learn to connect with the ball.
As a coach, I believe my job, part of my job on earth, is to make kids realize it's not as complicated as we make it. I try to teach it in a simple fashion so that they understand it and can have some success doing it. And that's where the thrill comes in, because once they start to understand it's not as tough as people say it is, they really start to have fun doing it. And that's, to me as a coach, that's where I get my biggest kick, when the light bulb comes on and I don't have to tell them, hey, you need to do this and this anymore. That's where it becomes a whole lot of fun.
Coach Gwynn's good time didn't surpass those little ball players that learned a thing or two to benefit their swing.
I learned a lot from him. I learned that I need to get my bat in a better position. I learned more to hit to the opposite side of the field. Instead of pulling the ball to the left side of the field, I learned more to go opposite.
Tony Gwynn's simplified approach comes from knowing things are different for this generation's baseball players.
You know, hitting a baseball is, I think, the hardest thing to do in sport, and it's especially in today's game. Baseball, when I first played it, was a game where you know people really didn't work at their craft like they do now. We do these camps, and kids, you can see it in their eyes. They just really love what they do, and so I really preach simplify, not complicate. And this is a game where it's really easy to complicate it. And believe me, with the kind of coverage that is involved with Major League Baseball, you know, networks, Twitter, Facebook, all these different things that I know as a player I didn't have to deal with, it can really get complicated.
The clinic helped the youngsters better their swing, but the parents got in the fun too, as they got to take pictures and got autographs from the baseball legend. South Bay Surf's baseball director Shane Schumacher explains who else benefited from today as well.
Tony's summer school scholarship program was cut a little bit for state budget, and so he's trying to fundraise by the time they go to summer school so his athletes have some scholarships for summer school. So it's going to a good cause for baseball scholarships, and since we're hurting bad as a state right now, why not get the community involved and get him involved and raise some money for a good cause.
These are great memories for these little leaguers. Who knows, they might be the ones signing autographs in Torrance in years to come. Thanks out to Shane Schumacher of SouthBaySurfBaseball.com. He had a shiner and I think 8 stitches because during coaching he was hit with the ball. So good luck on your recovery. To find out more information about the upcoming events and news for the South Bay Surf Baseball Club, you're going to go and visit their website there at SouthBaySurfBaseball.com. They have some exciting stuff coming up. So So be sure to give it a look and check it out. To find out more information on the Sports Desk, this is what you're going to do. You're going to give us a call at 310-618-5762. You can email us at thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. You can view all of our shows online from this year and years past there on the website, but you can also view 2010 and 2011 on YouTube. That's all we have for this week's show. Don't forget we're on the summer schedule, so we run for 2 weeks straight. So until next time, Torrance, be sure and play hard.